的诅咒之下，只要作为神格的我还存在，福尼娜便永远不会死，但也永远享受不到人类该有的幸福。
What does that mean?
她将被迫
Oh, because she has to play the role? How, like, self-sentient and self-aware is this version of Focalors then?
可是
And she's
那个福尼
only
娜终究还是人
human.
类吧？
Because they're the same. Yeah. Yeah, 我 exactly. The words don't taste the same as you remember. Tears often contain a being's strongest emotions. With sufficiently strong hydrosensitivity, I can form an emotional connection just like I did with that ocean net at the Fountain of Lucine. Wait, could this be Furina's inner world? Furina? What is she doing on stage? Wait a moment. That probably isn't Furina. That's likely a reflection of her inner self. Oh, so Ether was witness to that conversation then. That was my next question, is like, is this where Ether ended up? And then we actually cut to where Nouvelette was? Or I guess he was there. He witnessed it. If I can directly speak to that self, I might be able to easily get what I want to know. I came here for answers. Either way, this opportunity is not to be missed. Let me try talking to her. Can I Wazda again? It's been a while. Where are the stairs? Okay. What's up? Why were you guys telling me to pull up a character that has quiet idle lines earlier?
作为神明福卡洛斯，我理解你对我的仰慕，但是也请你别坏了规矩。
Furina?
好了，我没有要惩戒你的意思，不需要你报上名。
What is this?
走吧。
What's this?
别耽误了我的表演。
I don't see an audience. I am the audience.
你难道感受不到？
Is this supposed to be her inner narrative? That's really sad.
我可是神明福卡洛斯，枫丹
That's
的无数
really
双眼
sad.
睛都在盯着我看呢。我要时刻表现出最优雅、最高贵的仪态才行。
Something's off. There's no getting through to her. Even in her heart of hearts, she's still playing the role of the Hydro Archon. What sort of resolve must she have that even her inner self and subconscious would have such an impenetrable defense? I have to find a way. Alright. Turn off the spotlights. I like that. That's cute.
观众们，这只是一次舞台意外，别担心，守卫会处理好的。
Do I have to kill you? No, I didn't bring a team that was ready for combat. This is some crazy ass team I have here. Just like, what is this? It's okay. It's okay. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. Fuck, dude. I didn't prep for this. Not a burning team. I don't want that. Stop. Burning comp. I'll hate them out because you guys were like, take a character that has no idle lines. It's fine. We'll auto attack and eat to death. It's not a big deal. It's a little bit painful, but we'll be fine. Okay, last one. Here we go. You didn't have any idle line issues? Look at their names. Oh, I only saw Shackles. I didn't see the second one. What was the second one's name? That's all the spotlights turned off in Furina's heart. They must have symbolized the eyes of the people on her. Speaking of which, I think I just... Okay, see, it's things like that where I was like, I don't know how I feel about the way they've been adding the Traveler's lines in between. Like, I understand that sometimes you have to make things really clear for the lowest common denominator, right? Like, sometimes you have to account for that, even in storytelling and not just gameplay, but sometimes they do it so ham-fisted, right? Like, oh, good thing the spotlights are off because those must have symbolized the eyes of Fontaine's people on their Hydro Archon. Like, you know, sometimes it's fun to think of it yourself. Sometimes I wish we had difficulty levels in stories, like we have difficulty levels in combat. It's fine. I'm okay with it. The other one was called Chains, Shackles and Chains. All right. And then calling out her true voice thing too, right? A ticket. The big tree is a metaphor for a big tree. Looks like the show is about to begin. In that case, show me how you truly feel, Furina. Away from prying eyes. Scene 1. Before a mirror. Furina. Oh, we're gonna get the silent film treatment again? Alright, here we go. Literary difficulty level. Thank you. Exactly. Sometimes we need that, you know? Oh, we're just walking. No sprint. Only walk. What happens if I try to leave? It's gonna be a while. I beg your patience. Can I just walk out of the opera? I sure can't sprint. Time for Furina's endless show. I want to get out, bro. I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Bye, bitch. Hydro Archon. Who? No, no. I'm going home and taking a fat nap. No! 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 Literal edge testing. This is my edge case. Baby jail. Hoyoverse hates fun. Okay, I guess I can't go home and take a fat nap. Can I at least jump? No! They said no jumping! Okay. The second I realized you could only walk, I didn't have patience. What Nilo one? I don't think I've played the Nilo quest yet, actually.
Furina.
Who?
谁在叫我？
Who that?
你在哪里？别紧张。
That's exactly what I was thinking. HSR moment.
我就在你的面前。
Oh! I'm you and you're me.
不对，怎么回事？
You could call it the mirror.
这样的称呼也不错。
Mirror.
那我就是镜子里的你了。镜子里的我，你找我有什么事吗？预言，你听说过了吗？
I guess it would have been too unserious for them to use a pun like that, but I still think it was a missed opportunity.
什么预言？
Ying losing her mind. I
我
have
好像
been.
知道。
Slowly over the course of
不清
this
楚为什么？
unnecessarily long quest. It's fine. That's how all the Archon quests go. But I feel like usually the payoff is so strong, right? In the same way that the R&R quest was like 10 hours of meaningless torture, but the payoff was so good that I forgave them for it. I was like, y'all were sick for that? But I'll take it. I'll take the abuse if you're gonna pay me royally at the end like that. Which they're doing again, I think. So as long as the payoff of Act 5 is strong, in the same way that the payoff of all the previous Archon quests were strong despite their, you know, other problems, I'll be okay with it. So I'll be patient. We'll get there.
所有人都会溶解在海里，只剩下水神自己在神座上哭泣。至此，枫丹人的罪孽才会得以洗刷。没错，你很清楚嘛。
I mean, she is tortured by it every day, is she not?
这是怎么回事？我的记忆好像全都含混不清，但唯独对这个预言记得很清楚。是的，这也是我来找你的原因。枫丹的灾祸迟早会出现，一切会按照预言那样发展，逃也逃不掉。
That's why I don't consider the Inazuma Archon quest to be that bad. It was bad storytelling, but at least they didn't drag it out. I agree. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess of all the Archon quests, that was probably one of the more efficient ones. But I thought the payoff was really strong at the end. I actually don't really understand why people didn't like it. Like, once they explained the Sakura tree, I was like, oh, just for that was worth it. Like, with the seed and the tree, and I was like, like, that got me really good. Just for the payoff, everything else was worth it. Not to say it's not worth criticizing, right? Like, I will mercilessly criticize them for shitty story delivery, and I do. But the payoff makes it, like, worth the cost. In the same way that you suffer through all of A Realm Reborn so that you can eventually get to Shadowbringers and Heavensward, right? Like, same logic. You suffer through chapters 1 through 8 of Honkai Impact 3rd so that you can get, 1 through 7, so you can get to 8 and 9. Same logic. Can't have everything be perfect. Although some games certainly are perfect. They do exist.
别担心。
All right.
世间的奇遇之所以存在，就是为了给世人带来转机。正如你今天见到了我，我会告诉你能让大家都得救的方法。只是，你可能要经受一些痛苦。
Oh, they do have mirrored eyes, huh? Or is this because she's in the mirror? Hold on, I gotta pay attention later to see if she's actually mirrored. I don't think she is. I think it's because they're talking to the mirror.
原来还有得救的希望啊！吓死我了！看你之前把话说的那么满，至于痛苦，虽然我脑海里的第一个想法，的确是为什么非要我来经受痛苦。
I'm actually very excited for how they'll deal with the topic of
但
suffering.
是，反
It's
正
something
预
I've been
言真
thinking
的
about
实
a
现
lot.
的话，我也会死吧？更何况，奇遇已经找上了我。如果有一个天平，一端是全部枫丹人的性命，一端是我自己的痛苦，想也不用想，天平会往哪边倾斜吧？你果然是最完美的人类，是我的理想。
It's a trolley problem.
这可能就是属于你的正义吧？哦，没什么。听好了，枫丹现在刚刚失去了水神，我需要你去扮演那个新的水神的角色。
Oh, this is when she was still in transition. She's like a fresh Archon slash possibly not even officially the Archon yet at that point.
神
Since we don't know how Archon transitions work.
是的，你要一直演下去，不能让任何人怀疑你的身份。如果你能做到的话，我就有对抗预言的办法。可一旦你的身份被戳穿，最后的希望就会消失。可是，这要怎么才能做到呢？以人类的身份扮演神明，还要做到不被戳穿？放心，你要做的不是让自己变成真正的神明的样子，你只要扮演人类想象中神
This
明的
really
样子
explains
就好
why she's such a theater kid, huh?
你也是人类，所以你应该清楚那是什么样的。要记住，摆在你面前的难题不会是如何摸索神性，而应该是如何对抗人性。
It's an interesting way to phrase it, but I don't actually know what she means.
我可能
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay, got it, but also don't got it, don't got it.
我扮演水神的事
Like it feels like it makes sense, but also.
为了完成这个任务，你可能会经历漫长的岁月。在结束的那一天之前，你都不会
Good old
变老。
everlasting suffering.
而我承诺你，一切都会在一场盛大的、如同戏剧般的审判中结束，所有人都会得救。
Is this not a direct parallel to what we were just saying about how we suffer through a lot of shitty storytelling to get to the really solid storytelling and actual story at the end? I promise you, all of your suffering will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial, and everyone will be saved. The medium is the message. It's self-aware.
审判嘛，
I love it.
兴奋又期待呀。
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It gets good in the next season, trust. All right, here we go. The Maison Cardinalis has announced my accession, but this is my first time facing the people.
有人言
So there's
说
like a formal announcement
要
when the
怎么
Hydra
才
Archon
能像神
changes
明一样呢？
hands.
老实说，我还没有什么头绪。总之，先表现得自然一点吧。
Summon courage.
女士们、先生们，非常欢迎大家来到今晚的欧比克莱歌剧院。相信大家已经听说过我继任水神的事了。没错，我就是弗宁娜·德丰丹，你们的新水神。
A pure earnest.
对于成为一个国家的新神明这件事，我没有什么经验，但很荣幸可以引导大家。
This is really interesting because I feel like all my questions about like how does the transition of godhood work are like kind of being answered in this section, but strictly speaking in a deceptive manner, therefore it's not actually, but also this is literally how the godhood exchanged hands. Like, it is also literally what's happening. It's just that what we're perceiving of it is not the true full story. It's fun, it's complicated, and it's fun.
作为魔神福卡洛斯，同时也是正义之神，我将尽我所能，带给大家一个公平公正的时代。
Close politely.
再次感谢各位的到来。
It's like if I went to ChatGPT and I was like, outline a godhood announcement speech to...
需要大家的共同努力。
I gotta know, hold on. I gotta know what it would say. I gotta know, hold on, let me sign in. I don't use GPT usually. Write me, okay, hold on. Write me an outline for an announcement speech in the world of Tivat, where I am announcing my ascension to godhood as the next Hydro Archon to the Fontaine populace. It should inspire confidence in their new Archon, and I guess a positive outlook towards the future. All right. All right, hear me out. Wait, this is long. Wait, what the fuck? It keeps going, it's still going. I will only read the top headers, okay? So it says, 1, introduction, establishing connection with the people. Where you do greetings and acknowledgements and then you set the tone. Part 2, it says sharing the journey to godhood, where you narrate the path and emphasize your commitment. Part 3 is the vision for Fontaine, where you, 2 parts, you build a strong foundation and you foster unity and diversity. Part 4, promoting prosperity and well-being, which includes economic growth, healthcare, and education. Part 5, embracing the spirit of Hydro, about harnessing the power of water and environmental stewardship. And then part 6 is call to action, involving the citizens, which is A, encouraging civic engagement, and B, open door policy, which involves assuring accessibility and transparency in governance and welcoming feedback and suggestions from the populace. And then, finally, part 7, conclusion, looking ahead with hope, expressing gratitude once again. Okay, solid. I just wanted to know, because the headers they were giving us over here to click felt very ChatGPT outlined to me. So anyway, it was quite on point. It really was, except for the healthcare and education part. Part 7 literally on screen right now, exactly. Furina did cover a lot of that. She did. If anything, it was more thorough. Oh, empty seats. I like it. It's an iterative process, learning to pretend to be a god. She will take in the feedback here and integrate it into her future performances. She's also an AI. So that's how she became a brat. She heard all this feedback, this real-time feedback, and she was like, okay, so I should be more assertive, pretend like I have more power, and act like I am above the rest of you. Got it. I will become the theater kid in chief. Man. Furina GPT.
怎么回事？大家都在怀疑我，这样下去可就糟了。被戳穿的话，大家都无法从预言中得救。对了，镜子里的我说，我只要扮演人类想象中的神明。冷静点，弗妮娜。
Is she about to do something very dramatic?
想要的，他们想象中的，究竟是怎样的神明？强势，有存在感。 能够打消一切疑虑的那个形象，我注定要去扮演的那个形象。
There it is, birth of a brat.
不错，我的子民们，唯有这样的你们，才配得上我福宁 统治。
It's like the birth of Venus, but instead it's a brat. The theater seats are shaped like shells because Fontanians are mermaids. Perfect! Birth of Venus! It's birth of Venus! Perfect!
我之前在想，如果有一天登上这舞台的是一名懦弱的傀儡，还声称要做这歌剧院的主人，枫丹的子民们是否也会顺从？
She literally pulled the, aha, I got you. That was a test. Of course you would not accept such a puppeteer, figurehead, energy-esque Archon.
现在看来，很好。你们
Well done!
无聊的家伙。
You saw right through my ruse.
与我一
Uno
同见证一些美妙
reverse,
的审判。
exactly.
好了，刚才的表演是给大家的见面礼，是我自认为符合歌剧院氛围的出场。接下来，就让我重新致辞吧。
We should make ChatGPT do it again. No,
原来
no,
刚
not
才
this
是表
time.
演啊！怪不得，我都忘了这里是歌剧院了。
新的神明居然这么有个性，吓了我一跳。不过总比之前那个懦弱的形象好。又有趣又有魄力的神明，真是太好了。未来应该可以放心一些了。
They're like, we would rather have a bratty idol as our god than like a reasonable, level-headed person. I mean,
民众们的看
if that's what they want, it's what they got.
法
So,
的感觉，重新开始就任演说吧。
because they say from the very get-go, like when you first show up, they're like, oh yeah, no, like we love her, like as an idol, not as a god. Anyway, resolutely, with conviction.
好啦，我亲爱的子民们，
我亲爱的子民们。
无论你们是否承认我，是否信仰我，都请保持你们对正义的热忱。
Wow. Strong delivery.
听闻这个国度的罪孽已无法抵计，那正巧，唯有罪恶之中。
Oh, I just realized that all of the options, like where we only had one option before, now we have two, and the first one is like the one that she did last time, and this time we can turn up the drama. Well, what happens if I click the old one, a pure earnest?
不行，这样又会被怀疑，必须扮演枫丹民众想象中的神明。
Hoyoverse and their fucking illusion of choice. I swear to fucking God. I'm okay. I understand. It's just a narrative device. I get it. I understand, okay? But I'm still annoyed. Okay, turn up the drama.
一之神手中的天平不应是沉重的，它的一端承载着公平与公正，而另一端应当被欢呼与喝彩盛满。
You know, the only time Hoyoverse has made me feel like I actually had a choice and delivered on that promise was in Honkai Star Rail. Kafka's like story, like companion quest where she like shows up and she gives you the choice to just like not participate, and you can actually just be like, no, bye, and like leave, and the quest concludes. Like like it actually ends. Yeah, she's the only one giving you an actual choice. And then they also had positioned it in a really fun, like, logical loop where even if you entered into the story, the conversation actually still is structured in a way that allows you to make an actual choice. It's just that the consequences are, you know, they had written it in a way where the consequences wouldn't actually matter, but you did actually technically get to make a choice, which I thought was very ingenious. Anyway, sidebar aside, let's continue.
让我们将律法作为祷词，将审判作为礼拜。
Yeah, the point here is that she doesn't have a choice. I know. I just think that the execution left a little bit to be desired. Like I would have even accepted if they had put this here and grayed it out, right? Rather than let us click it. Or even after we clicked it to have like blocked us in other ways. But I think it works either way. I get it. This is flashy. I like it. And the speech
这
emphatically.
世上没有依靠审判解决不了的问题，只要你，我的子民啊，你的心底坚定地信仰着正义。
Every time she goes, 我的子民啊。
只要在这欧毕克莱歌剧院，在这御史裁定书记之前，我魔神福卡洛斯，就连世间的诸神都可以审判。
That is very strong. All right. Furina VA is good. I agree. I mean, all the VA work in Genshin has been like really spot on. It's a huge reason I continue to play this fucking game. Like a live service game better be damn good to keep me. You know what I mean? Okay. Here we go. Like the Sunsetia candy scene in Sumer Request. Do I remember that? Was that the candy box? I don't remember how they executed that, but that does kind of ring a bell. I like how we're still on stage reenacting all this. All right. Here's your paperwork. So that's what he had to put up with this whole time?
这些审判没有异常，是我所期待的。
敢问您期待的审判是什么样子的呢？
Great Depression Simulator for
盛大
real.
的，如同
Raise Mom,
世界
hello.
可以终结一
I
切
mean,
的
things are
美妙
going.
审判
Things are going. It's going. We're nearing the conclusion.
说了你应该也不明白吧
We're starting to hit the payoff, the payload, as it were, after chipping away at the story for a while. So I'm excited. Okay.
是的，在下没有能力揣测神明大人您的想法。
That's where she learned it. She was like, you all just lack the ability to grasp my divine thought. She learned this line once and then used it for the next 500 years.
不用这么惶恐，也不用在意我刚说过的话，你自己去忙吧。我期待的审判，总有一天会到来的。
Oh, that one line was actually honest. I like that. That's cute. All right, one set done. Let's move to the next mini set. Don't lie, we are not near the end. I mean, we're like an hour away. That's like, I feel like the end of most Archon quests, like the last hour is the delivery of the payload, is it not? The whole hour is the ending. It's the climax and the conclusion.
不用说什么谢谢，你要谢谢你自己有这份毅力，终于排队等到了见我的这一天。
What did ChatGPT say? Hold on. Call to action involving the citizens. A, encouraging civic engagement, right? Inviting citizens to actively participate in shaping the future. B, open door policy, assuring accessibility and transparency in governance, welcoming feedback and suggestions from the populace. She is, in fact, following the ChatGPT playbook of godhood.
看来身为神明的我所散发的魅力，也在某些方面给大家带来了困扰呢。好啦，你是叫戴欧地磊对吧？你儿子的病最近怎么样了？
您居然记得我，还知道我家里的事。
Oh, that is
他现在
actually
好多
impressive.
了。其实我儿子才是您更加忠实的信徒，他非要闹着让我来见您，并把您说了什么复述给他。
不错，真不错。下次再有这种情况，可以提前和我说。偶尔破例去民众家里转转，倒也不是不行，就当转换心情。
您真是又温柔又贤明的神，我要代我儿子再次谢谢你。
Is she about to get some like hard-hitting reality type stuff, or is that what this is? Are we gonna go visit the plebeians? She does have Focalors long hair.
福涅娜大人，这是近期的水文报告。您要我们留意的那部分参数依旧。
Oh, this is where she was like looking into stuff about the prophecy, right?
果然如此吗？作为神明，这是我早就知道的结果，只是想看看以人类的智慧能够分析到什么地步。
Oh my god, yeah, and the whole time she was investigating, she would have had to pretend like she didn't actually want to know the results of the investigation. I actually did not consider that part.
种种预兆都表示，预言还是会发生。算了，这不是你们当下需要操心的。
Because this version of herself doesn't know the full story of what Focalors is trying to do. She actually doesn't trust, right? What, or rather maybe misunderstood? I don't know what it is exactly. Somewhere in between there.
真的吗？他们有什么头绪吗？
目前为止，并没有出现任何具备可行性的解决方案。
That's interesting. where reality was somewhere between the theatrics and the reality. It was like actually in between. Some of it was an act, some of it was as genuine as a husk, I guess, could be. Well, not really a husk, but like a splinter of Focalors could be. I like it. I like Gray Zone. Okay. Okay, what's happening here? Did someone die? No, it's her bedtime. I was like, is it a hospital bed? Dead mom. Dead friend impact?
不过值得欣慰的是，现在已经慢慢步入正轨了，再也听不到怀疑的声音了。或许就这样也不错。这样下去的话，所有人都会得救。
How much do you trust your god?
别想太多了，明天还要继续，抓紧休息吧。
How much do you trust yourself? Upper House, Furina. Yeah, she still thinks there's a way for her to take action to stop the prophecy, not understanding that even just by her pursuing this, she is already fulfilling the prophecy, except that was the goal. The problem is, I think the part they still haven't explained is like, how is it that by pretending to fulfill the prophecy / possibly actually fulfilling the prophecy, how is it that by deceiving the heavenly principles and doing that you can avert the actual crisis? Like, I don't think we've gotten an answer on that yet. We're kind of just recounting the steps of Furina's execution of said prophecy, right?
好啦，看过了，不用重复我在现场看到的剧情了。
It's really fun. It's really satisfying whenever I'm like asking a rhetorical question, trying to figure it out, and then I look at chat and everyone's going like, and I'm like, oh, I might have been onto something there. I guess I'll keep thinking about it. Like, it's really fun. So I really enjoy your guys' hmms.
我忠诚的子民，此刻的幸福是属于你我的荣光。
福宁娜大人，我们在白松镇附近监测到明显的水文异常现象。
Yeah, because she doesn't actually know what the solution is. Neither do we, right? We're kind of in her shoes here. So her escalating panic as to not knowing what's going on while still having to pretend to be the Hydra Archon in control. Like, first of all, that's crazy pressure. That's true suffering. And second of all, like, she doesn't even realize that by suffering and panicking and giving away her own uncertainties, that she's simultaneously fulfilling the prophecy and also doing her job right, actually, because she must have thought she wasn't, you know?
知道了，继续观测吧。科学院那边如果有动向，也记得告诉我。
It's tasty. Tasteful.
今天应该没有哪里露馅吧？一定要把最让民众放心的样子展现出来啊！
I'm glad I was right, and as long as I muscled through the bad storytelling, I would get to the good parts.
只是
We made it, fam. We
还不
made
知道
it.
这样的日子什么时候才是尽头？
Just had to suffer through
精神上的
a lot of bullshit to get here, but it's okay. It's fine.
今天也早
It wasn't inexcusable bullshit. It's all excusable bullshit as long as the payoff is good enough. Furina really is so pretty. I really love the little water details they gave her, right? The eye droplet eyelashes. And also her irises being teardrop shaped. It's very cool. Like the thing on the back cascading like a waterfall, right? It's fun. They did a great job. Also her marching band energy. You wanted to tune in for a second, but you'll be staying for the rest of the stream because you love this quest. I'm glad! I heard rave reviews, which is why I was like, I guess I should stream it. To be fair, I think I've always streamed every Archon quest. I don't know if I think there are parts of Archon quests I have played off stream, but I've always streamed the conclusions, I think.
听说我们家族第一个有这份荣幸受到您接见的人，还要追溯到差不多20代人以前的戴欧蒂蕾夫人呢。
20 generations ago. I wasn't that off the mark about my 500 years thing, huh?
不错，多么优秀的家族！接见像你这样虔诚的信徒，或者说虔诚信徒的后代，真是最
When
为
did the
令我
prophecy
愉
appear?
悦
Is
之
it
事。
before or as soon as Ajuria made the fountain people? That's a good question.
您过奖了，福宁娜大人。
I have no idea. I don't know if they've said.
福 福宁娜大人，
怎么了？我忠实的子民。
您是在流泪吗？
Oh, baby.
怎么回事？我都没有留意。唉，估计是我身上的水元素过于充盈了。
Good save! Shit! Oh my god, smooth motherfucker!
谁让我是司掌水元素的神明呢？
Oh man.
怪不得，原来是神明大人你力量的体现呐！能见到这一幕，我真是太荣幸了。
This bad boy can fit so much depression and anxiety. Ouch. Oh my god. 500 years, bro.
好漫长，好孤独。
It's so sad that like even Nouvelette couldn't have been let in on this, you know? Because to deceive the heavenly principles themselves, you have to take it quite far.
说不定这场戏还要继续上演几百年。
Makes me really grateful that the Raiden Shogun's puppet was not sentient. Because that also would have been suffering if she'd been sentient.
从没想过这个过程竟然会如此痛苦。我是否已经到了极限呢？不，我应该很久很久以前就到极限了吧？今天的我，就连自己落泪都察觉不到了。好想要和人倾诉，哪怕一个人也好。可是，那样就前功尽弃了吧？几百年间，我做了那么多调查。
It's like solitary confinement, but like on stage. like if you were in a jail cell alone on stage all the time. Like that's the kind of vibes this is. This is crazy.
现在唯有继续相信。
I think it's also interesting the fact that like this could only have been possible because she's so human, right?
求求你一定要成功。
Including all the like the investigations into the things she didn't understand because she didn't understand or trust perhaps the mirror self that she saw that one time 500 years ago, who presumably has not visited her ever since. And this whole time, she's just been like, okay, I guess I'll just keep going. Like, it's truly the perfectly imperfect human. Oh my god, these markings in the back is so rough. Tally marks, like, yeah, like I said, solitary confinement energy. Can't even talk to your adoptive father about it.
或许你真的不需要这样独自支撑。虽然不清楚你还知道些什么，你的子民会非常愿意与你分担。
Yeah, but like, if you're gonna be deceiving Celestia, like, are the people allowed to know? Questionable. From we were within the giant magic box. Oh, that is the repeat of the same lines, huh?
分担什么的？
Wait, remember? 分担? Wait, do you guys actually think that was on purpose? No way. No way. Could it? Maybe it was just like a handy coincidence and they leaned into it. The 分担 thing. Like 分担 as in to share a burden, but 分担 as in Fontaine. It just seems like if it were possible to be on purpose, that would have been probably too far to go for such a small reference, right? So probably just a fun overlap.
那也是根本做不到的事。从一开始就注定，只有我自己来背负这份职责。
Yeah, I guess that's what I said too.
既然你不需要分担，你至少还可以选择倾诉。
It depends.
我是见证者，对我倾诉就好。
Okay, it's fun to reevaluate this conversation in the context of what we know now. Could Ether have actually been, as an outsider to all of this, and supposedly, probably actually away from the prying eyes of Celestia and independent from the world tree even, as proven by the Sumeru quest? But she wouldn't know that.
见证者。对哦，听说你是从星海之外来到提瓦特的吧？也就是说
I guess she's arriving at the same
你从
conclusion
来
that
都
I
不
was
属于
just
这
talking
里。
about. Okay.
假如提瓦特的一切是舞台上的戏剧， 那么你仅仅是歌剧院中的观众。
Oh, that's true though. Paimon was there, so she can't speak. That's also fair. But we also don't know what Paimon is. Like, we never got an answer about that,
如果
so...
是你的话，他说的没错。如果是他的话，倾诉应该也没关系吧？可是，如果一切没有像预想的那样发展，
Yeah.
承受风险
It's like too great of a
是
risk to
承受
take,
担的民众啊。
even if it were a smaller risk than confiding in anyone else.
不行，弗宁娜，你不应该自私。
Yeah.
可是
Emergency
万一真
food,
的没关系
obviously.
呢？弗宁娜，你已经努力了这么久了，稍微自私一点。
Yeah, I mean, after 500 years, it's shocking you haven't cracked.
你又不是要做多么过分的事，只是找一个合适的人，稍微倾诉一下自己的烦恼和痛苦，应该没关系吧？错过这个机会，或许就再也找不到了。
It's fun. There's quite a lot of dramatic irony playing out because we already know how this particular line ends. Though we don't know the full ending, yeah? We know how this part goes.
好好的，再考虑一下吧。
Except, boom, you're on stage. Got him! At the trial, we finally break her and she thinks she's failed. Yeah. But actually, by failing, she was, like, succeeding, right? She was doing her job correctly.
没什么，我没什么想倾诉的。
So I guess that is my question. Does she become a sacrifice like I was guessing? I was kind of... Could I have been right on the nose? I wrote Genshin. No, I can't say that yet. We'll see.
作为观众，直到谢幕之前，你就好好的见证
I
我
just
吧。
don't see where else that could go. Because if you're going to trick the heavenly principles, you have to carry through with the prophecy. So she has to... Well, even the prophecy doesn't say what happens to her. So we don't know. Yeah, even the prophecy just says, oh, she's left alone crying over her dead people. Like, that's it. We don't know. Like I said, where's the fifth slate? Take the future, take the fate, take fate into your own hands. I looked over and you guys were going, again. Okay, all right. Fine.